One of my mentors told me a long time ago, he said, if you do it for the people, everything else will work itself out. And so I really focus on, bringing light to people's lives, being the brighten in the community, being the mayor of my town. And that's where the people's coach was born. And guess what? The more people you know, the more things you can control, the more lives you can change, and the more successful you feel or are.
Interesting. And now, after being named people's coach, by the end of this podcast, if someone only heard one thing from you today, what would that be?
Always keep moving forward, right? And the quickest answer that you're looking for is within yourself. Don't feel that you have to go to find it. Everybody's always like, I'm looking for success. I'm trying to find the balance. They're always looking outside of where it already is. And I always tell people that I work with, even my athletes or my life coach clients, is like, I'm not giving you anything you don't already possess. Like, what you have is within you, but no one looks there first. They want to put it on the outside. Like, it's them, instead of this, it's me. What can I do to move forward? And so I say, look within first, be very introspective when you're doing things, and it'll change the way you look at the world.
I think that's one problem that most people actually have, is they look exterior for personal success, as they look at how other people are trying to do it. And it just doesn't always work because you're not the same person as they are. Yeah,
I was just talking about Mike, my business partner, Mike, right? And I was telling him how, like, most people can't handle the weight. Everybody wants to be, hey, Mike Andes or something like that. But if you put a normal person in that spot, they couldn't handle the load because the responsibility and the things that he possesses is what he can handle. And that's what his capacity is.
Yep.
Right. And people, that's hard for them. It's almost tell like somebody like you're inadequate, but that's not what they're saying. It's like, you haven't built up the structure within your life to be able to handle that type of capacity. And most people just don't want to do the work. They want the easy way out. They want to make the money tomorrow instead of saying, like, you know what, I'm going to put my head down and just be disciplined and do the things that I don't want to do to have the things other people don't have.
What do you think separates those people that have the capacity to do it versus the ones that don't?
That's a good question. Okay. So I'm going to repeat it. So what separates from the people that have the capacity to do it in comparison to the people that don't have the capacity to do it? Well, if you look at somebody that is, like, I call it usually high functioning, right? And they are able to hold more, they usually have more life experiences, right? And so the more you do hard things, the more you can handle hard things. And more hard things don't become not as hard. But the people that don't possess it are usually trying to get it given to them, not knowing that they need to go through it to grow through it, right? They have to, like, actually put in a situation and build the resilience needed to handle the pressure. You know what I mean? And so there's a quote that they use to say, no pressure, no diamond. Like, if you're going to do something, you got to do it differently, because if the diamond is the most rarest, mineral in the world, and it needs pressure to be as beautiful as it is, what makes you think that you're going to be different? But most people can handle the pressure. They don't want it. And it's just temporary within them. So it's not sustained.
That's interesting.
What pain do you understand that most coaches don't?
What pain? Okay, it doesn't matter what type of pain.
Doesn't matter what type of pain.
Emotional, right? Everything you go through. Let's just talk. We all do lawn care, right? And so the biggest, we talked about it today on the plane, was, people don't understand that to hire and to train, you have to be a different person. You think you can go out and I wouldn't say other people, because I thought this too. I thought I could just do a thing and the thing would happen, right? I'm just gonna go hire somebody and they're gonna be the best person and they're gonna be close to me. And guess what? That never happens, right? Never happens. But what changed is when you realize that you are the filter, and what goes into you and what comes through you is decided by you. And so if you want clean water, you're not going to use a dirty filter, right? Are you going to use a specific filter? And what does that look like? And so I believe that like a lot of people don't do the inner work. And it's what it comes down to, right? I know Mike Andes has talked about the connection between like home and work and success. Well, that's very, very important. And when people realize that, that's when the growth starts to happen, right? And so I'm looking at meeting the person, the person I'm coaching, where they are, not where I think they should be. Yeah.
And understanding that. So you said the pain. You said that pain that most coaches don't understand is the emotional pain. There's different drivers that people have, right? There's either trauma they've had. There's revenge that people might have depending on their life circumstances. How can someone get any emotional pain that they've had throughout their life and use it as fuel to not only be successful outwardly, but most importantly, inwardly?
Understand it. You can't, just like anything, you can't, in business, you can't change the business if you don't understand the business. You can't make more money if you don't understand the numbers. And if you don't understand the P&L, you can't understand the numbers, right? And if you don't know what is going on, you can't create something new or better, right? And so to get to that point, you have to be able to have the intestinal fortitude or the courage or bravery, right, to look within for that and say like, okay, I'm lacking something, and that doesn't make it bad. That just makes that reality. And this is what I'm going to do to be better at it. I need to make a decision or decide to be more than I was and not be happy and content or complacent in the place that I am. So I think it's really focusing on who you are in every sense, like all these different things that even the questions that we've talked about, so far is like, there's a big part that we all miss in life. And life could be better when you choose to be a better person. Life could be better when you choose to be a better human. Life could be better when you choose better humans around you, right? And so that all comes from an emotional root that's deeper within that most of us don't even understand. So we come with these problems and we wonder why our life is a certain way. Well, when you're dealing with issues or you're dealing with sickness, they want to know what the root of it is, not what the symptoms of it is. You know what I mean? So look at it. We say, oh, we got seasonitis, so we having a bad off season. Well, what are you not doing? Are you not advertising? Or do you just, like we did, we just say, oh, it's October. Guess we done until April, and then complain about like what we don't have, but what are we doing to change it? And so if you don't look at the obvious thing, and most people don't know to do that, right? And the harder part about that is most people don't understand how powerful it is because no one teaches you, hey man, I want you to like look within yourself. Everybody says be better, be more, do this, do that. So everybody's a human doing instead of being humans being present in their lives, being present in their souls to move forward.
The one thing that I heard in that was the people around you. I'm a big believer about having people around you that would keep you either in a better place or have good environment. One thing that I went through in high school was trying to pick between different friend groups, right?
Right.
And a lot of people, I think, go through that. And I think that, road that you get to when you have to split is very determining on how a majority of your life will go until you decide to change that. And I think I was just blessed by choosing a good friend group. I mean, we're still good. We still work jobs, have families now. Like, no one's doing drugs. And then the other friend group that I watched go down the other path was just, they're tearing themselves apart,
Right.
Not where they want to be.
And I've had the same, like, that's part of my life story. Like if I would have never left home, I'd have been around the same people that I probably wouldn't, let me change that. I would not be hanging around today because they're not bringing any value to me. Yeah, right. They're not moving in the direction that I want to move in. They're stagnant or in reverse or stuck. Neither one I want to be associated with. I want to move forward. I want to have consistent success. I want to execute. And so I can have the things that I want that for my family and for myself. And I also want to make sure that I think Brene Brown says this, I want to be around people that are in the same arena that I am, fighting the same fight.
Thank you so much for watching that clip. If you want to see the full-length interview, the full-length video, then just click right here. Come on. Click it now. You know you want to. You liked it, right? Click it right now.